What's up, everybody? I'm Sniggenhoff, and we're back once again playing Tuscany in MNT 2.0. In the last episode, mainly recovered from that war. Also, a couple people may have joined another coalition, but that hasn't fired yet, so that's fine. We're in no danger. Also trying to figure out why I can't convert to Protestant when I can convert to Reformed. There's no scroll bar here. I can't scroll up and down. I mean, I wouldn't mind going Reformed, except for the fact that I've already got a Protestant province. So with a Protestant province, I probably pontificate pacifism. I was just trying to alliterate there. It worked out to a varying degree of degrees. Had our admin dude die. And I wouldn't mind this production efficiency tech cost guy. That seems pretty good. Leopoldo Cortesi. Alright, so what does the coalition look like? Exceptional year, very good. Still got a few people in it, but they're at 56, they're at 56. Austria's at 137. They're at 45. They should be jumping out soon. They're at 137 as well. Oh, that's Austria still. These guys up here are at 69 for some reason. Have a loyal religious head, and if I were to die today, I would be the emperor again. This is gonna be a tense election. That's for darn sure. I kind of don't want it, and I don't want Milan to get it either. That's the thing. Is that if Milan's gonna get it, then I want it. But if Milan's not gonna get it, then somebody else can have it. Alright, looks like we're all done building our boats. Still one under the boat limit, but I think I want to maybe make sure that if and when I stop becoming the emperor, that boat limit's going to stay up. Look, more people just... Ooh, gifted Protestant, yes. We are making use of this minority, so we'll be unable to convert it for a few years. That's fine. We won't be able to convert Protestantism. Well, but then if I wanted to... Well, granted, I don't have a missionary for a little while. For another 13 years, so yeah, this is fine. Influential preacher. Send him to Rome, or he'll make a nice bishop. He'll make a nice bishop. Don't particularly care all that much about papal influence anymore. Interesting that the Reformation seems almost centered down here in the southern Germany, northern Italy region instead of in northern Germany where it was historically. I mean, out here is decently historical, but like, it was really popular up here, not so much down here. Vidin wants some condottieri. Anything I could build that would be worthwhile. No fishing ports. A couple of trade ports, but I don't have enough money to build them. No trade dock hands. I think I would rather get the trade stuff than the shipwright stuff. But I don't know. I'm just trying to make money out here. Monasticism. Give me the production efficiency dudes again. Yeah, those guys. So I get another idea group at Admin Tech 24. And we're 13 years ahead of time on Tech 23. And we're capped on Diplo points. And there's not a lot to do with Diplo points. I could start paying for the Vassal Integration Act. Just so I can Burn off some dip. Alright, I don't think I need to support loyalists in here anymore. Yeah. Could also pay off the debt of Hungary, but I don't especially want to do that either. Well, ugh, it feels it's 130 years ahead of time. 13 years ahead of time, I mean. That's what I get for having a freaking 5-6. It's a blessing and a curse. You know what I'm saying? None of this can spend dip, can it? Well, I get one thing I could do to spend dip. Can't offer favors to them. Can't offer favors to them. What about revoking privileges? I could spend 2 whole dip points with those guys. This would be 14, so almost a full month. Almost 2 months even of dip. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. 23 years ahead of time. How goes the election? Currently, I would win. It's 2, 2, 1, 1, and 1. Lithuania has just joined the coalition. Loss of dip advisor. Morale of Navy's guy it is. And diplo technology costs. Fantastic. Question, quickly. 49 out of 55 in terms of centralization. Let me go ahead and add the Vassal Integration Act. Our legitimacy's coming up. Improve defenses, rival of rival with Venice. Still don't think that's going to happen. And conquer something. That's not going to happen either. Gain 5 army tradition. And a military engineer. It's 50% cheaper to employ. Liguria's over here, right? How much would it cost? Just 200 ducats? Probably would want to do that. I mean, I could just pay the 200 ducats. It's a lot of ducats, but I have it. Question. Actually, not you. Yes, manpower. Give you the inflation. Give you probably the magnificent gift. $62,000 is the max. I don't think I'm gonna build that fort either. I don't know. I'd rather spend money on roads than forts. I think. Lost the effective manpower low. Any dispute of succession that's interesting? Lithuania. Saxony. Actually, Lithuania, Saxony, and England are all pretty big. What would happen if you were to die? I am your rival. Oh, we don't get a war? Come on, give me that war. What would happen if you were to die? Probably nothing for me. See, he gets a war with Milan and Portugal. Oh no, Milan does not get to get England. I'm sorry. That's a no from me. We're also relatively close to sneaking into being a great power. Saxony has left the military coalition, thank God. mean, I could get alliances in here that would allow me to get voted back in, but again, who would win at the moment? Austria would. That is fine. Actually, I probably should try to stop taking this vote from Austria. I should stop trying to take that vote from Austria. Now, at the moment, whoever had the higher prestige out of Austria and Milan would win. Admonition to revolution. The setbacks faced by the reformers along the way had only hardened their resolve. The successes of missionaries in Passau led to the reluctant acceptance that Protestantism was not going anywhere. It was the beginning of a new era, one in which Protestant rulers could wield the Reformation like a sword to incite peasants against the church. Though it was clearly a two-edged sword that could cut its wielder, it was also a dangerous weapon in the right hands. A large number of Protestants will become reformed. Age of Discovery is ending in 121 months. Hey look, there's the era screen. If you were concerned where it went, it's still there. Alright, let's focus on these. Well, I just improved with you. Let's improve with you. That vote just flipped. Currently, Austria would win. I mean, and the longer he lives, the more aggressive expansion is going to tick down, and more of these people are going to vote for me again. Which isn't exactly what I want, but whatever. I guess if that happens, I can just expand south, especially if I convert to something. I actually have more tolerance for heretics right now than I do for the true faith. Milanese separatists still in about 8.9 years. Bayern Landshut has been placed under interdict. The Romagnoll Brethren, probably Romagnoll, that one. Believing in electing priests, scriptural proof for church doctrine, and rebaptism of adults, Anabaptists horrified Catholics and modern Protestants alike. Worse, they were pacifists who refused to fight in armies and rejected the moral authority of monarchs, which made them inconvenient at best and traitorous at worst. Worst of all, radical Anabaptists had made a name for themselves by revolting against their ruler. For these reasons, they were often chased out of areas like Rem. Despite all this, Anabaptist churches such as the Mennonites and the Hutterites made converts throughout Europe, drowned their leaders for violating the law, encouraged them to move elsewhere. 10% will be converted to Reformed, or 10% will be converted to Reformed. Let them live in peace, I guess. Look at France out here. Bunch of Protestant. Oh, actually, that's Burgundy. Have a dude free. Ottingen has been placed under interdict. The Bishop of Rem. Catholic bishops often received a benefice, grant of land, in return for services rendered to their community. Bishops were expected to oversee the religious orders and churches of his diocese, root out corruption, advise local nobles, pass judgment on ecclesiastical crimes, and appoint new priests to parishes. A particularly competent bishop was a blessing for a ruler whose realm was more stable and efficient as a result. Promote peace and order, get effective bishop, or take an interest in his career still get effective bishop, lose some money, and we get a either national strength and tolerance of heretics guy, or missionary strength and lowered tolerance of heretics guy. We'll just promote peace and order. Close canonical courts. We get religious scandal and we lose 10 piety. Three years of religious scandal and we lose 10 piety. But I'd bet it has like a chain of events. How's our piety doing? -9 out of -12, so we're like at 75% negative piety. Drop that piety. Get it out of here. Manpower reserves need to recover. Rival of a rival with Venice again. Manpower reserves, please. Also, we have lost 3 princes in recent days, which is probably not enough to keep the... Yeah, 77 out of the 80 needed to maintain legitimacy. Changes imperial authority probably by like 0.01 a month. Confirming the Diet of Hasselt. Many princes saw the Diet of Hasselt as little more than an armistice. The emperor and the electors each pushed for their own religion to be made the law of the land, or at least given official toleration. Meanwhile, the fragile religious unity of the empire continued to crumble. Confirm it, and we lose 50 imperial authority and 50 papal influence in the event, and we get excommunicated. Or we can issue a new edict against heresy. A lot of people dislike us. Confirm it. I don't have any papal influence or imperial authority anyway. Ottingen just entered into a coalition against us. A little late for that, bro, but whatever. Excommunication. Haha. We did lose 1 stab, but that's fine. A new pope? Hey, you want to unexcommunicate me, bro? We're only excommunicated a week. No. And a looming disaster, internal conflicts. Currently in disaster. If we get unrest lower than 0, we're fine. Religious scandal isn't helping. Excommunicated week isn't helping. And cruel is certainly not helping. How fast is it ticking up? It is 0.5 a month. This is not ticking up at all. Send them a message of solidarity. Let's lean into this excommunication. Frankfurt has been placed under interdict. Milan would be the emperor if I were to die today. Church of Tuscany. The excesses of the Catholic Church, highlighted by humanist thinkers and spread by the new printing press, created widespread dissatisfaction from Europe. When one theologian spoke out against the Church directly to the people, it sparked a visceral reaction that a strong ruler could take advantage to seize control of church land and return the church to its apostolic roots. However, the risk of turning heretics were great and the church still strong. What should we do? Ban reformer propaganda. We get 10% will be reformed. Demand concessions from the church. 10% of the population will be converted to Protestantism. We may enact one church-related decision with no repercussions from the church. Allow the open heresy to be taught. 20% Protestantism. And we lose 1 stab. Or take control of the Church of Tuscany. 20% Protestantism. We will not be able to force this minority to convert. 50% of the population will be converted to Protestantism. Almost none of our people support this religion. lose 2 stability. The state church has no power to oppose us, lose 1 stability. Our ruler and bureaucracy are able to support this wholeheartedly, plus 150 stability points. Protestant becomes the new state religion of Tuscany, and we will be much less likely to receive monastic events and may eventually lower our church influence. So we could convert to Protestantism right now. We're going to lose some stab, but then we're going to gain some stab back. Listen, this may be a bad idea, but you know how much I like pushing buttons. You can't stop me from pushing buttons. The Protestant faith. Until it was supplanted by nationalism in the 19th century, religion was the driving force of the world. Although nation-states formed in this era, the roots of nationalism were usually found in religion. Even a small heresy could spill over into a revolution unless contained and corrected. But worse was to rule over heathens who rejected the true faith entirely. Such infidels were untrustworthy at best, openly treacherous at worst. Glory and honor came to those who could convert such people to the one true faith. Hand over ecclesiastical lands to the new church, or seize the most valuable lands for the crown. Lose 2 legitimacy, gain 600 ducats, and lose 10 church influence. Stability in Tuscany improves, so we went down to -2. And we're close to going up to -1. And if I could offer favors to these guys, I could probably go up even farther. And now I could wear a royal crown. Oh, I'm not in the Empire anymore. No. I am in the Empire. Am I not the Emperor anymore? Still the Emperor. These guys like me a lot more, because I'm Protestant. I don't especially need the ducats. I mean, they'd be nice. Oh, we have a new slider. Okay, so church influence up here gives us admin tech costs. Does this work almost like the new icon system? I don't even know. And we need a lot more, missionary strength to be able to convert some of these places. Let's go ahead and hand over control. Go ahead and wear the royal crown. I can lose 10 absolutism to gain 50 stab. And we get appeased using decentralization, giving us -4 unrest. We're at -8 unrest at the moment. It's causing this to go up at 2.5 per month. You have high liberty desire, because we're not the same religion anymore. So let me go ahead and support your loyalists again. And we will deal with the rest on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button down below, as well as subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Did I do it? Did I do it wrong? I feel like I kind of did it wrong, but I also did it very right. Anyways, once again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.